250.
Well, VCS was started as a school that served the mission community. Due to declining numbers in the mission community here, and also because the gates to Eastern Europe opened up, we had a declining population and invited the business and diplomatic community to join our school. As long as they didn't have issues with us teaching the gospel and modeling Christ here, they were welcome to join our community. And so we do have a large number of students that come from the business, diplomatic, and mission communities.
Hello, good morning. Yeah. Assalamu alaikum, sabah al-khair. Karaba, baboni. Karabawoni.
Konnichiwa, ohayou gozaimasu.
Hola, buenos días.
Hello, good morning.
Teenagers struggle with identity. TCKs tend to have a little bit more of a struggle of, just where they're from, who they are, and a lot of their parents travel around, whether it's missionary parents or business parents or diplomats. They're gone a lot, and so, that's hard. It's hard on kids. Having adults here, missionaries at the school who are here on a daily basis, on a regular basis, provides stability for them. Oftentimes you'll see kids, we literally have to kick the kids out of the school because they don't want to leave, because they find that community here, and so I think that's pretty special.
I think VCS really is a family and a home for many of our students, particularly who don't have necessarily a home country. I'm struck by the number of students when I ask them, where are you from? And they look at me perplexed and finally shake their head and say, I don't know how to answer that question. But this is a home for them, and it's a place where they can develop healthy relationships with adults, with students from other countries, and whatever pressures they face outside of the school, living in a country that is foreign to them. I really feel that we are able to create a safe place for students that is their home.
I think what makes VCS different than any other place that I've had the opportunity to be around is just the wide range of diversity that we have, not just in kids from other countries, but the spiritual diversity that embodies, where we have kids from all kinds of different faiths, and they're all welcome here and loved here, and it creates a dynamic of our student body that is just impossible to duplicate.
But this one, instead of... I think the thing that brings me the most joy is the kids and my class and how receptive they are to each other, and the way that they have kind of made this community in our classroom, and they have come kind of all on equal ground, and I feel like I've also come on equal ground, being kind of out of our culture, all of us that aren't from Austria. So we've kind of need each other, and so we've built this kind of space where we can work together, and so I love to see that happen, and I love that I can be a part of that.
It has surprised me because from the first week they loved here. They felt peace here. They were comfortable, and they felt like here is their home.
I think VCS is more friendly. Honestly, it really is more friendly than the schools I've been to, and it was always kind of scary going into a big, huge school and not knowing anybody. But here it was a little bit different. Like, you walked in and everybody was smiling at you, and you just felt more comfortable here, I think.
I remember in Bangladesh, when I changed school, the biggest thing for me was, getting to know people. It was hard for me, different culture, different people to interact with. But in VCS, it was just 1 week. I completely interacted with people, and I feel comfortable.
You guys like school?
I think that the teacher care very much for the children. It's a far way for us to come to school. It's nearly an hour, but it's worth it.
The school has always impressed me by its lightness, the building, then the safe atmosphere and the friendliness of staff and students. And I have to add the enthusiastic teachers, and many of them are quite young. So they're enthusiastic, they're ambitious, but they're competent at the same time. And this is very impressive. And when I walk through the halls, I always feel that the children are quite happy and the teachers are smiling. So what else can you ask of a school? Plus offering a sound education.
I would say for me, the one outstanding characteristic is the staff. The fact that teachers are willing to take time and invest their lives, not just their time teaching, but also in their free time. My son has gone skiing with teachers. He's gone hiking with teachers. He's gone camping with teachers. He's gone fishing with teachers. The spiritual message that they're giving is backed up by the way they live and interact with the kids.
Our son Mark, he's 14. Knowing that he can go to school in the morning to Vienna Christian School, teachers are going to greet him by name, knowing that teachers and staff pray for him, that they care about him, that they support him, that they're going to encourage him in building up. That frees us up to step out and reach out to people and do the things that we need to do in order to start new churches. I honestly have to say, if Vienna Christian School wasn't here, I doubt seriously that we could do the ministry that we were called to do, because we would have to find a place where Mark could get the education that he needs.
I just had a conference with a parent who was telling me what an impact we have here. And he said, my daughter was reading a book with an American accent the other day. And he said, if you have an impact on just how she speaks, think of the impact that you're having when she looks at how much you care for her and how kind you are to her and the other things that you are teaching her and leading her in. And it's something that I don't think I will ever truly grasp of the long-term effect that we have on the kids in our classroom. I just don't understand why God chose me to be one of those people who gets to do that, but I'm really thankful that He did, because it's changed my life being here and seeing how real He is and how He works in such amazing ways that you would never ever expect, and to know the kids in my classroom and where they come from and the jobs that their parents have, and when they grow up, the jobs that they will have. There will be some important people and people who will share the gospel with people who would have never had a chance to hear it.
At the end of each year, as the secondary principal, I interview each of the graduating seniors and spend about an hour with them talking about their time at VCS and their future plans. One of the students told me last year that she had received a new way of living from her teacher. She had seen them live it out, and that's what she was taking with her. Coming from a Hindu background and having become a believer, in 8th grade, she actually came in my room and asked if I would talk her through the process of accepting Christ as her Savior. And to hear her say that as a graduating senior, that I have seen the life that I want to live in the lives of my teachers, was powerful.
It's exciting to walk through the hallway and hear the kids talking about their relationship with Jesus. And it's not always in English. Sometimes you have to stop and ask Danny Kwan, say, what are you talking about? And because he and Ye Chi, they're chattering away in Korean. And just about what went on in class, and how exciting God is, and they might be talking about chapel or whatever. And it really blows me away to think that these kids now have this fire in their heart, this excitement about Jesus Christ that maybe their parents don't have. But they go home and it's there. Mom and Dad can't help but notice the change in the lives of these kids. What used to be just a missionary school is now an international school. The word is getting out, and this is a great place to grow, to learn, to be nurtured, and to be taught not just morals, but it's a great place to learn about Jesus.
I love the Lord, for He heard my voice, He heard my cry for mercy, because He turned His ear to me. I will call on Him as long as I live. Then I called on the name of the Lord. Oh Lord, save me. Then I called on the name of the Lord. Oh Lord, save me. I love the Lord, for He heard my voice, He heard my cry for mercy, because He turned His ear to me. I will call on Him as long as I live. As long as I live.
G-O-G-O, VCS is hot to go, say woo, woo, hot to go, say woo, woo, hot to go, go Eagles!
All right.
The director guy. One side.